Earlier today, some news out of Philadelphia. The NBA announced that it has suspended Paul George of the Sixers 25 games for violating the league's anti-drug program. That suspension begins with tonight's game against the Pelicans. George provided a statement to Amazon saying, quote, "Over the past few years, I've discussed the importance of mental health. And in the course of recently seeking treatment for an issue of my own, I made the mistake of taking an improper medication. I take full responsibility for my actions and apologize to the Sixers organization, my teammates, and the Philly fans for my poor decision-making during this process. I am focused on using this time to make sure that my mind and body are in the best condition to help the team when I return." All right, certainly some implications there for the East, and we are joined once again by the Ringer's Zach Lowe. The Sixers are currently 6th in the Eastern Conference. How do you see this PG suspension impacting things?
First of all, it's shocking and just added to the list of crazy things that have happened to the 76ers in the last 12 years. I don't know. It's been just a laundry list. But I think 25 games, they'll survive. Kelly Oubre's back and playing well. Quentin Grimes will play more. Jared McCain has found his game a little bit. Regular season, I think it doesn't affect them that much. But to be a serious playoff team, a team that, you know, they've looked like, hey, with Embiid playing like this, we can make some noise. They need to be at full strength. So hopefully he stays in peak tip-top condition through this time, comes back, and it's seamless. Regular season, I think they'll be fine. Although they are playing a ton of road games coming up. That's one thing to watch.
I mean, it's great that you talked about Joel Embiid because I had a chance to talk to Kyle Lowry. And the good thing about what is going on right now is Joel Embiid is locked in. They say he's getting workouts before games, before practices. He's in there getting his treatment. He's getting workouts. He's in the weight room, which I heard that was an issue for him now. So he's getting in the weight room. He's taking things seriously. They might need a little more from him. I love Kelly Oubre coming back. I love VJ. I love what Maxey can do. It might be a little more. They might need to lean on him. So hoping that everything he's doing right now is preparing him to be able to give a little bit more. And also they have opportunity to go out west. They have teams like Portland. They have teams like the Lakers. They go on this West Coast trip, and it's 5 games. You get 3 out of these 2, and you come back and you're feeling good about yourself. So it's an opportunity to build some confidence on the West Coast. Everybody sitting here knows this. Once you go out on the road, that's when your team gets closer together. This is an opportunity for them to go out on this 5-game West Coast trip and get closer together.
I think in adversity, there's opportunity. So obviously this is an unfortunate situation. No one wants to see him miss time, especially under these terms. But there's an opportunity here for guys to step up, to get more cemented in their role, their comfort, for Joel to keep taking a leadership role with this team after a lot of absences. So this could end up, or they have to approach it as how can this end up being a positive? Because he does come back with 10 games left in the season. If he stays in shape, he's been playing really well. Maybe this is some rest. Maybe he can ramp up, get ready to go. Those last 10 games can serve him really well going into the playoffs. And they could be a team that we're all kind of very curious about. How far can they go in a wide open East?
Yeah, and I mean, up to this point, Sixers have only played 17 games with all 3 of Maxey, Embiid, and George in the lineup, and they're 9-8 in those games. Let's stay in the East there. Zach, we are 5 days away now from the trade deadline. Giannis watch is still intense. What's the latest? What should we be keeping our eye on?
Yeah, I've been talking to teams all around the league, including officials from teams that are in the Giannis chase or would like to be in the Giannis chase. And right now, the consensus is we're in a waiting period. I would say there's a skepticism among those teams that he will get moved at this deadline. A lot of people have told me, 75-25, this waits till the summer. 80-20, this waits till the summer. When more teams have access to more draft picks, when maybe a team with a ton of assets like the Spurs or the Rockets loses in the playoffs earlier than expected and decides to get more aggressive. All that said, when the toothpaste is this far out of the tube like this, it's hard to put it back in. So if those teams are at 80-20, I think this is a coin flip that he gets moved between now and the deadline because these things just tend to move when it gets out there so publicly like this. And as for what to keep an eye on, if you see a team like Miami who has 2 first-round picks to trade, that ain't enough. If there's a move where they turn some player into an extra pick or trade for a future first-round pick from another team somehow, that's obviously a red flag.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I also think it's not going to happen here. It's so hard to move that play of that magnitude with making that kind of salary now during the season. I also think it's going to happen during the summer. But, I mean, we'll see. I mean, it was desperate teams are out there, and they want to make the run at it now. But I also agree with Zach. The way the last game there when Giannis got hurt, it looked a little weird. Doc's comments, Giannis is like, same old, I'll be out 4 to 6. This relationship is seems it's like it's done, and so maybe it does happen next week. We'll see.
Yeah.
On that note, like, we just want a resolution. This is a huge figure in our game. It looks like it's done over there. It's always fun to see big names traded. It maybe changes the dynamic of the playoff run here. So, it'd be fun if we had it happen. But at the same time, if you're Milwaukee, you got to do what's best for the organization. So that leads me to think this is going to be really hard to happen before the deadline.
I mean, and we talked about this a little bit, but since everyone is on their heels waiting to see what happens with Giannis, him potentially being the first domino to fall, if that does fall, do you anticipate it getting a little hectic everywhere else?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that are in a holding pattern, obviously, because of this, and not just the John Morant, Anthony Davis stuff. I think, frankly, that stuff is not alive as much right now. It's more just little side trades, dumping salary here, a player that we no longer need because we're getting Giannis here. There's a lot of dominoes that fall from the big domino. But like Steve says, you get one shot to trade him, and they're just going to sit and wait. And if they don't get what they want, they have the luxury of waiting until the summer because he's under a guaranteed deal for next year, and he's injured right now. So they don't even have to bring him back if they keep him. They can keep tanking and hope their draft pick gets better.
Yeah. You never know what's going to happen around this time.
I wore these socks for a reason. I'm just watching. I got my popcorn ready.
Oh, yeah, look
I'm
at
just
that.
paying
What you got
attention.
on?
I'm just watching the movie.
Oh.
I'm just watching the movie. I'm sitting here with my popcorn ready. Thanks for throwing Miami out there, Zach. I appreciate that.
Well, they're one of many teams that are in, and they're one of the more obvious ones, right? I mean, there's no way around it, UD.
All right. I'm Taylor Rooks with NBA on Prime. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to see interviews with your favorite players, experience the most exciting moments from around the league, and see what the NBA on Prime crew is up to all season long. And remember, you can hang out with us live each week during the NBA season only on Prime.